Overwhelming a South Texas community. Now the governor is sending help. We've got the latest this noon.
And it's an important day in the fight against COVID-19. The FDA is meeting to discuss whether Americans ages 16 and up should get booster shots of the Pfizer vaccine, when we could see people get their third dose if the move is approved.
Live from KSAT 12, the news at noon starts right now.
A high-ranking member of a local university's police department is now on the wrong side of the law.
He was among more than a half a dozen men rounded up in a crackdown by San Antonio police. The undercover operation targeted customers of prostitutes.
As Katrina Weber reports, a brand new law makes this an even more serious charge for them.
Men in mugshots are a sign of serious trouble for them. San Antonio police say they all are accused of soliciting prostitution, trying to pay an undercover officer for sex. They were arrested yesterday evening, the result of a crackdown in the area of Guadalupe and Picoso streets.
There was a lot of cops here. They had it all blocked up right here, and I'm like, damn, what happened?
Oscar Agüero saw it all go down and was glad to find out there had been a crackdown on what he says is a persistent problem there.
There's a lot of girls out there that just come to do no good, you know what I mean?
For one man in particular, there may be even more on the line with his arrest. Trinity University confirms 57-year-old Pete Perez Jr. is their assistant chief of police. A source says he offered to pay $20 in exchange for a sex act. Like the others, Perez was booked into jail. However, there is a difference when it comes to bond. Records show his was set at only $800, while the price for all the others was $1,000. While prostitution may be known as the oldest profession, there are some brand new rules in Texas when it comes to solicitation. That crime, as of the first of this month, is now a felony, which means it could bring serious jail time and hefty fines. In the case of Perez, it's unclear how this might also affect his job. The school says he is on administrative leave for now, while the case is investigated internally. Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
Right now, there are thousands of people flooding into the Del Rio area. They're mostly migrants from Haiti. This noon, local officials continue asking for help, fearing the situation could get out of hand. On Twitter, Del Rio Mayor Bruno Lozano said that more than 10,000 migrants have made their way to the area. He says that equals nearly 1/3 of the entire population of Del Rio. Right now, much of the group is taking cover under the Del Rio International Bridge. Border Patrol agents are overwhelmed with processing the massive crowds.
What you see behind me are individuals that have not even been processed or detained. These individuals here are actually just waiting to get detained.
This is as bad as I've ever seen it. There is no southern border. It's pure chaos.
Del Rio's mayor says many of these migrants are expected to stay in the area between 7 to 15 days minimum. Governor Greg Abbott ordering state police and National Guard to assist border agents. And we do have a crew on the way to Del Rio. We'll bring you the latest on this developing story tonight on KSAT 12 News at 5, 6, and again on the Night Beat at 10.
People in Gonzales, east of San Antonio, say they want their lake back. That's following a spillgate failure at Lake Gonzales that mostly drained the lake. Now the people who live in that area say not only have they lost their lake, but an entire ecosystem is in danger. The Guadalupe Blanco River Authority, or GBRA, says that back in August, a tree got lodged in the spillgate of the dam and may have caused the failure.
As you can see, we have no lake. We have the Guadalupe River running behind us, but as of 4th of July, we had water coming up all the way to these docks. We had boats in the water, we had jet skis, we had everything.
That was nearly 6 weeks ago. Locals in the area say they are now dealing with the smell of dead wildlife and demanding action. Our Jonathan Cotto has been following this story very closely and will bring you the latest on our 6 p.m. newscast.
The death toll from the pandemic is rising.
It's rising. 13 more people have died after contracting COVID-19. In our local hospitals, there are less than 1,000 COVID patients. Of the 960 being cared for, 22 of them are children. 1.2 million people in Bexar County are fully vaccinated, but people younger than 12 years old are still ineligible to get the vaccine. Now to the debate over those booster shots. The FDA meeting today to vote on whether Americans ages 16 and up should get a third dose of the Pfizer vaccine.
This as some hospitals are pushed to the brink. As ABC's Rena Roy explains, ICUs bursting with unvaccinated patients.
A pivotal day in the fight against COVID-19. The FDA meeting to discuss whether Americans 16 and up should get booster shots of the Pfizer vaccine.
The evaluation whether the additional dose is safe involves weighing whether its benefits outweigh its risk.
New data out of Israel indicating an additional Pfizer shot gave 10 times more protection against COVID and severe disease.
It's quite persuasive to me that it will be wise to give boosters to people over the age of 60. I am not convinced that this data is persuasive to give boosters to everybody.
Pfizer recommending boosters 6 months after their second dose.
Whether young, healthy people need it, I'm much more skeptical. I just haven't seen the data yet, but the vulnerable people, absolutely.
Experts stress the vaccines still work well and protect against severe disease. This as the Delta variant continues to race across the country. Deaths in the U.S. now surging to an average of 1,300 each day, a jump of more than 600% since mid-July. Tennessee has the highest infection rate out of any state. Hospitals filled with the unvaccinated.
Not getting the vaccine, it could cost you your life. I've actually lost several family members since I've been in here from COVID.
Hospitals in Idaho so burdened they can now ration care if needed. In Montana, healthcare workers being pushed to the brink.
When they're all these people who are dying who didn't get vaccinated are wishing they got the vaccination, it's wearing. And it makes us angry.
But the CDC is out with a hopeful forecast, predicting daily COVID hospital admissions will likely go down over the next month.
And back to those boosters, if the FDA gives the green light, a CDC panel will meet next Wednesday to consider giving their approval. Those third doses could be available by late next week at the earliest. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
Back here at home, Los Palmas Branch Library could soon get a new addition honoring a local activist and West Sider. The library, which was originally opened back in March of 1969, is undergoing review to add a name in honor of a San Antonio activist, Andres Andy Sarabia. Sarabia was an activist and the first president of the group Communities Organized for Public Service, or COPS. According to Sarabia's family, he helped push for 11 libraries, including this one with the bond issue back in 1970. Now it's up for discussion if his name should be added to the building. If you want to voice your opinion, you can do so at tomorrow's meeting. It's happening at 2 p.m. at Los Palmas Branch Library off of Castroville Road.
And Day of the Dead preparations are officially underway here in San Antonio. And this year, we're back to in-person festivities. The San Antonio Day of the Dead River Parade 2021 will take place on the evening of Friday, October 29th. Chef Johnny Hernandez of La Gloria made the announcement this morning during a press conference, adding that San Antonio's celebration would not be what they are today without the artist community, especially local and Mexican artists. The Consulate General of Mexico in San Antonio, Ruben Minuti Sanata, was also present at today's announcement, adding they're happy to have partners here in San Antonio to show the region how deep the ties between the neighboring countries are. The public will be able to witness those colorful and handmade art on the barges that honor those who have passed. There will also be a culinary ofrenda that showcases the city's best when it comes to food and drinks.
And I always believe San Antonio is like UNESCO City USA. You know, we are one of the only city in America that has UNESCO World Heritage missions. We are a UNESCO City of Gastronomy, and we're celebrating a UNESCO celebration of humanity, which is Day of the Dead, right? So it is something that we work hard to preserve. And it's part of family, right? My mom's family is from Michoacan, where really these traditions were birthed and where they began thousands of years ago. And that's what we're all about, preserving tradition.
KSAT is a proud partner of the cultural celebration. The San Antonio Day of the Dead River Parade 2021 will be broadcasted right here on KSAT at 8 p.m. on October 29th. More details are listed right now on KSAT.com.
A hot weekend, a slight chance for some rain, and then the big story up front next week. We'll talk about the latest forecast coming up.
And we got this weekend's BGC off with a battle of unbeatens last night. Larry Mears has the highlights coming up.
And an iconic venue is set to go a big transformation after the break. RJ Marquez has a look at some of the changes you can expect at the Sunken Garden Theater.
Sunken Garden Theater is set for a major facelift over the next few years. This morning, City and Breckenridge Park officials announced a multi-million-dollar plan to transform the theater. RJ Marquez tells us about some of the changes on the way for the iconic venue.
That's right, guys. Earlier this morning, the Breckenridge Park Conservancy and the City of San Antonio announced some major plans for a big facelift for the Sunken Garden Theater, more than $60 million in renovation. So we got a chance to check out some of the renderings that are going to be part of this massive project to this iconic venue here in the San Antonio area. They include new concessions, of course, new seating, everything from new bathrooms, and also this amazing new roof that's going to be over the actual venue. We talked to Lynn Bobbitt from the Breckenridge Park Conservancy about some of these major changes taking place at the Sunken Garden Theater.
All of the electrical and technical will be updated. One of the big additions will be a covering over the stage and the seating, and it will be made out of mass timber. Updated bathrooms, dressing rooms, first class, so that we can entice some of the musicians that are missing San Antonio on their tours.
The project is expected to bring hundreds of jobs to the San Antonio area and also have a big economic impact. For more information, check out our story, and you can also see more of those renderings on KSAT.com. RJ Marcus, KSAT 12 News.
Outside live cam, we're not to 90 degrees yet. That's my mark.
But it
90
feels
degrees.
like it.
Well, I don't care what it feels like. The number says 88.
You never care what it feels like, when I feel like that should be the most
important thing.
Important factor.
Yeah. Okay. So,
David goes by the numbers.
I go by the numbers, baby.
Yeah, but you're exactly right, Alicia. It does feel like it's warmer than that because we've got a little more humidity today. Sorry, David.
That's all right.
We're going to have a heat index to contend with next couple days. The aquifer is headed in the wrong direction. We're down half a foot again today, 658.8. We do need some rain. And looking at the pollen count, fall elm has really jumped up. 'Tis the season for fall elm and ragweed. They're both high and moderate, respectively. Molds in the low category. We've got some rain chances, small rain chances this weekend, and then a cold front. An actual cold front headed our way next week. We'll talk about it coming up.
So what you guys are telling me is if I walk outside, it's going to feel warmer than 88 degrees.
Yes.
That's what you're saying?
If you walked outside, which you have not.
That's why I'm staying in here.
Yeah, you have not walked out of the studio today, but it's sticky
toasty
out there.
It's cool in here. Why would I leave?
Well, stay in the AC. It's not a bad idea. The temperatures are going to be toasty today. It feels very summer-like out there. And we officially go into fall this week, and we do have some changes right on cue for that. First, though, I want to go back in history a little bit. If you were in San Antonio in the 80s, you might remember this. Back in 1988, on this day, Hurricane Gilbert, well, it already made landfall there in Mexico, but it came up through Texas, and it spawned about 9 tornadoes here around San Antonio, 3 of which were deadly, unfortunately, here in town. And you can see some of the damage there. There was a death toll of 318 total with this storm. It was a massive hurricane when it was out in the Caribbean, a Category 5. A pretty epic one, but it did damage here in Texas, too, as it came inland and spawned all those tornadoes. That was a shot of, that was near Kelly Air Force Base at the time. And you can see some of the damage there done by the tornado. So a little flashback there back to 1988. Headlines for today: hot, stray storm this afternoon. We're not looking for much, but there could be a pop-up storm a little bit later today. And then this weekend, some isolated showers and storms Saturday. And then next week, cold front. Break out the smiley face for that one. We are excited. Temperatures right now, 88 degrees at the airport, 92 Stinson, 89 Kelly, 89 Randolph. 90 Comfort, 84 Bernie Stage, 90 in Hondo. Seeing lots of 90s on the map already. So we know things are going to be hot this afternoon. And there is the dew point, 70. David, dew points are in the 70s. So too high. That means it feels like 93 outside. So there is that heat index that we've been dealing with. 98 Pleasanton, 96 in Kennedy. We're going to see some heat indices in the triple digits today. Keep that in mind. Forecast high is 96 here in town. We're going to see high temperatures all the way up to around 101 Del Rio and Cotulla. So pretty brutally hot. And when you look at the heat index forecast, we can see that heat index stay above 100 each and every day until we get to Tuesday. And that's when we start to feel the effects of that front potentially. Water vapor shows a little twist in the atmosphere right there. That's a little piece of energy that'll dive south. And that's why I think there is an outside chance for a storm today and then again tomorrow. You look at the forecast here, we're going to fast forward to 4 o'clock. It wants to break out some showers and storms, especially south of San Antonio. I think that's possible. 20% chance of rain on your Saturday. Shouldn't ruin your weekend plans, but just keep the KSAT weather app nearby and keep an eye on the radar. Down the line, we'll fast forward to Monday now. Monday will be a hot day, but here comes that front. 40% chance of showers and storms with the front as it moves through Tuesday evening into Wednesday morning. And then behind it, dry air settles in. This is the dew point here in San Antonio by 5 p.m. on Wednesday in the 30s. That puts us in the very dry category. It's going to feel a lot better. Temperatures will still be warm, but with that dry air in place, we'll get some great mornings and it will feel much, much better outside. So 10% chance of rain today, 20% tomorrow, 10% Sunday, 98 Monday, probably our hottest day. There's that 40% chance of rain. Fall officially begins Wednesday with a high of 89 and sunny. 88 Thursday, low humidity, guys.
96 on a Friday. Who I'm worried about is Larry and everyone who's going to be out there today.
Aw, somebody's worrying about me.
Oh my gosh,
See,
it's
look at there.
brutal. There's no shade.
I'm not worried about you.
I know you're not
you
worried.
can handle the heat, but
Yeah,
she's,
so
you know, she's a little concerned.
I'm worried about the heat, and I'm worried about some rain. Justin, any rain potential down in Poth?
Small chance.
Small. So, okay, hopefully it doesn't happen. Fingers crossed. Hey, we're talking big game coverage from last night. New Braunfels at Judson, a thrilling 27-6A opener. Plus, Poth, where I'll be tonight at 6, is getting ready to host Shiner. That's a big one coming up.
With no rain.
Big game coverage. Week 4 is off to a wild start. New Braunfels at Judson last night. District 27-6A opener. The Rockets led 14-0 and appeared to be on track to snap a 2-game losing streak. But the Unicorns have one of the best offenses in the area. And once quarterback Aiden Bauman and receiver Landon Marsh got in a groove, the Rockets were in trouble. Fourth quarter, Bauman throws to Marsh, and he weaves and spins in for a 17-yard touchdown. This game is tied at 21 with 10:30 left to go in the game. Same score. Unicorns lined up for a 34-yard field goal, and Cade Wenzel drills it right through with 1 second left on the clock. And New Braunfels wins a thriller at Judson 24-21, improving to 4-0 overall, 1-0 in district. Clark and Brandeis at Ferris Stadium. Cougars quarterback Nick Lee spins out of trouble. Then he connects with Kaimani Paulino in the end zone, 15 yards, and the Cougs lead 21-7. But the Broncos come back. Handoff goes to Christopher Rodriguez, and he breaks off a 26-yard touchdown run. It's 28-21 Brandeis, and the Broncos win 45-35, improving to 4-0, 2-0 in District 28-6A. The Marshall Rams and Taft Raiders meeting in a battle of unbeatens in District 29-6A. Second quarter, Rams QB Jack Kalinske finds Shea Reichwein on the slant, 29-yard touchdown, and the Rams trailed 20-14. But the Raiders, they fight back. Quarterback Justice Hurt takes the snap, and he takes off 52 yards for the touchdown. Nice stiff arm by Hurt to help spring himself free, and Taft remains undefeated, winning 41-21. Sam Houston Hurricanes hosting the Kennedy Rockets in a District 13-5A1 showdown at Alamo Stadium. Kennedy down 14-7 in the third, when Rockets running back Alfredo Romero gets great blocking up front. He spins out of 2 tackles on his way to the end zone. 25-yard score ties the game at 14. That's headed to the big game coverage scoreboard now, and Sam Houston wins it 22-20, and Laredo Alexander in a shutout 57-0. The Poth Pirates are more than ready to host the Shiner Comanches tonight. Shiner went 14-0 last season and won the Class 2A D1 state championship. Shiner is 3-0 this season, while Poth is 2-0. The Pirates game last week against Corpus Christi, London, and Three Rivers was canceled because they couldn't get officials to work the game. That means the Pirates last played on Friday, September 3rd, when they beat Fall City 17-14. The Pirates are confident and well-rested after an unexpected bye week.
I think both ways. You know, we got some young kids that I would have loved to have that game last week to help them grow up a little bit more. At the same time, that Fall City game was a very, very physical football game, so it gave us a little week to heal up a little bit and get ready for the Shiner team.
Well, the bye week helped us prepare our own on Poth, but this week we've really been focusing on Shiner, and they're a very good team, but we're going to go out there and we're going to play the best. And I think there's a really good chance we'll come up with another win.
This is my second year here, but before I even got here, I knew how big that game was for both cities, both towns, how big it was for the community and everyone, and we just wanted to go out there and give it a good game, and I think we did that.
PGC road trip tonight. We'll see EP win at Jordanton, Divide in Pleasanton, and Shiner at Poth. Shiner is number 1 and Poth number 2 in top 12 sub 5A rankings. And while I was reading those highlights, all I saw was Alicia.
The stiff arm.
The stiff arm. Pretty impressive.
Yeah.
And she wanted to remind you, drink plenty of water
Yes.
and wear light clothing tonight. If you can wear a hat, wear a hat. I know
Yes,
sometimes
please.
you're on air, so you can't.
I don't have a hat. Sorry.
Oh, well, we need to get you one. And then when you go on air, well, you can take the hat off. That way you don't have to.
Nice that somebody's worried about you. The U.S. government needs a new strategy to convince people to eat better and lose weight. That's according to a report from the Government Accountability Office. Why it says Americans have been receiving conflicting messages.
Security concerns are growing over tomorrow's planned rally in Washington in support of people charged in the January 6th riot.
Fencing is already up along the Capitol with law enforcement on Saturday taking care. ABC's Ike Jochi is in Washington with more.
The Department of Homeland Security issuing a new bulletin regarding Saturday's planned rally for the jailed January 6th rioters, stating some individuals may seek to engage in violence. The bulletin says a counter rally is also scheduled in another part of the city, further heightening the potential for violence. On Monday, Capitol Police arresting a California man who they say had multiple knives, including a machete, inside his pickup truck near DNC headquarters. Authorities saying it was unclear if he was attempting to attend the demonstrations. ABC's Rachel Scott showing the new security measures in place.
That is the new surveillance camera that has been installed. The fencing now not just up around the entire Capitol complex, but also around the entire Supreme Court.
A Department of Homeland Security official telling ABC News earlier this week that more than 700 people are expected to attend. Yet experts tracking online chatter ahead of the rally say it pales in comparison to what was seen the days leading up to January 6th. Republican lawmakers not attending the weekend rally. However, former President Trump taking a different approach, sending this message: our hearts and minds are with the people being persecuted so unfairly, relating to the January 6th protests. However, in an interview with The Federalist, Trump discouraged MAGA faithful from attending the rally. The Justice Department reporting approximately 1,000 assaults on law enforcement officers during the insurrection. One of those assaults, Officer Daniel Hodges.
A man seized the opportunity of my vulnerability, grabbed the front of my gas mask, and used it to beat my head against the door.
Since January 6, Capitol Police have put in place a new emergency response plan and have added additional equipment to prepare for similar events. Ike Jochi, ABC News, Washington.
Today, President Joe Biden held a virtual forum focused on climate change with world leaders to talk about reducing greenhouse gas emissions. In April, the president announced a U.S. goal to cut emissions in half by 2030 from record highs in 2005. That new target nearly doubles the goal set under the Obama administration. Today's discussion comes less than 6 weeks before a major UN climate change. There'll be a summit in Scotland. The president was joined by Secretary of State Blinken and White House climate envoy John Kerry.
A new report calls out government agencies for mixed messages when it comes to getting Americans healthy. The Government Accountability Office says there are 21 federal agencies that address healthy eating and weight loss. However, sometimes they're at odds with each other. For instance, agriculture officials support corn farmers, but federal health officials say people should consume less corn syrup. The report suggests creating a new agency that might be a better approach. 42% of American adults are considered obese.
Outside with live cam. One thing you can do is get outside and do some exercising out there and you'll sweat. And
Yeah, 10 minutes ago, 88 degrees. Now we're up to 90.
But
and
it's always felt like 90, 91, 92 for y'all. That's what you're saying.
You gotta factor in that humidity. It is there. It is there. The mornings have been nice. So if you are going to exercise, I suggest mornings. They haven't been all that bad. But right now we are close to 90 in many spots. 91 Comfort, 87 Kerrville, 91 Pleasanton, 90 in New Braunfels. A lot of sun. Clouds are trying to build in. Don't know that we'll see a lot of clouds today, but mostly sunny skies this afternoon and this evening. Mostly clear for our football games. You know, the weather has been pretty hot for these games, but I think next Friday looks pretty good for some football games. Of course he did. 92. Kickoff 88, halftime today. Sunset will be around 7:36. There is an outside chance for a stray storm, but I think that is a low probability. Pollen count, once again, if you missed it earlier, fall elms in high category, ragweed is moderate, molds are low. It is fall elm and ragweed season. We tend to see fall elm peak right at the end of September and October, beginning of October, so this is right on schedule. Ragweed hangs around to about November until we see some good freezes. So those are our fall allergens. 96 degrees today, 10% chance of rain, 92, 7 o'clock, 85, 10 p.m. Northeasterly winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Guys?
Thank you, Justin. And a man is on a mission to make 10,000 new friends. He's been doing it since 2015 and had to get creative during the pandemic. Still ahead, the 4 topics he says connect us all.
And also coming up in a few minutes in sports, Larry Ramirez is going to tell us why the Texas Tech run defense is so much better this year than in the past.
And it sounds like the premise of a Hollywood blockbuster, bringing an extinct creature back to life. How a startup in California plans to resurrect the woolly mammoth and why they think the massive animal could help the entire planet.
A California startup wants to use new technology to bring back the woolly mammoth, and the project already has $15 million in funding.
The goal of resurrecting the creature is to help fight climate change. A team of scientists say they'll use technology created by a UC Berkeley professor. The scientists' plan is to repopulate the Arctic with a mammoth to help counteract the effects of climate change. Right now, the Arctic plant life is out of balance, resulting in more carbon emissions. The mammoths used to maintain that balance, and the hope is they can do it again.
Scientifically, they're not bringing back the woolly mammoth. It's actually more like creating a genetically modified elephant. And in that sense, science has a lot of experience genetically modifying all sorts of different things.
The scientists hope to genetically resurrect a woolly mammoth by 2027.
And while that mammoth may be years away from roaming the earth, some incredible creatures are breaking records right now.
Guinness World Records revealed its latest record breakers in the 2022 edition of the popular book. On the list, the dog with the longest ears.
So cute.
His name is Lou. Now he holds a record. His ears are 13.38 inches long. And American Zion Clark, who was born without legs, took the record for fastest 20 meters while walking on hands. He achieved that feat in 4.78 seconds.
And a woman from the Ivory Coast, you see here, she set the record for most skips over a person's own hair. Yeah, there's a thing. In 30 seconds, she was able to do it 60 times. The 25-year-old model and actress and artist is actually known for making sculptures with her locks.
Now to a man who's not breaking records, but he is pulling in some impressive numbers. He's determined to make 10,000 new friends.
As ABC's Will Scans reports, the man has some simple advice for those looking to connect with new people, even during a pandemic.
Rob Lawless is a man on a mission to turn 10,000 strangers into friends. Since 2015, Rob's spending 1 hour of one-on-one time with goat farmers in Virginia, frat bros in Hawaii, and yogis in New Jersey.
I met 3,259 people in person. Then pandemic happens.
His project, which he calls Rob's 10K Friends, was all about connecting face to face. But like so many, Rob had to pivot to meeting virtually.
Since the pandemic started, I've met people from about 85 different countries. It allowed me to diversify the project in a really beautiful way.
Rob's mission to connect people, more important than ever.
I have had conversations with people where they tell me on the call, you're the first new person I've met since the pandemic began.
Rob's conversations bridging the gaps between strangers, whether political or geographical, generational or ideological.
What is your message to folks who feel more separate now from their fellow American, from their fellow person, than they have felt in a while?
And I think we can come a little bit closer because, they say it's hard to hate up close. And the more communication we have, the less hate.
that just gave me goosebumps. You probably can't see via Zoom, but
Rob's message that he's now shared with 4,553 strangers turned friends. Truly America strong.
People will go to the gym 3 days a week, but they won't set a goal for themselves to meet one new person every month. And to me, it's crazy. Not everyone has to meet 10,000 people. To turn to the person next to you on the subway every once in a while, I think it's beneficial to everyone, and I think it's beneficial to society.
Rob says if you are looking to strike up a conversation with someone new, remember the acronym FORD, Family, Occupation, Recreation, and Dreams. Those are the things that connect us all. Will Gans, ABC News, New York.
I like the fact that he's not just doing it like on Twitter and Facebook, he's getting those kind of friends. He's actually like face-to-face talking with people and having conversations. So I think that's better.
I feel like you can meet people. I think that's great and connecting, but friends? I don't know. I'd rather keep my close-knit group, you know?
Interesting idea nonetheless. Makes you think.
Man, that's a whole segment right there with Alicia and friends.
I like it. Blue skies out there right now. The almanac for today so far, we've been up to 88. The record is 98, set back in 1997. We're going to get close to that number today, guys. The low 70 this morning and some more hot weather over the weekend. We'll take a look at that forecast coming up.
All right.
Fall's knocking on the door. We're knocking on the door of fall, but it doesn't feel, and they're not coming in because it doesn't feel like it. Nobody's there.
Even though, so Justin, you said a noticeable cold front, but still not cool enough like for me to bust out my boots.
No.
Sweater.
None of that.
Sweater weather.
None of that.
Nah,
No.
It's probably going to take till like November, October. Just being honest. But we will get a front that'll come through and dry us out a little bit.
It's like you ruined your whole October.
Man, that's a tough crowd here.
Man.
Got like some booze going on.
Like upset.
63 Bernie States this morning, 63 in Kerrville. You know, what we have been seeing are some nice mornings. We got down to 70 in San Antonio a little bit earlier this morning. And we're going to see some nice mornings once that front comes through later next week. 66 in Eagle Pass, 68 Uvalde, got down to 72 in Del Rio. But it has warmed up significantly because we have those blue skies and temperatures up to 88 now. Dew point is at 70. We wish that number would be a little bit lower. So it feels like 93 outside when you factor that in. Satellite picture shows we do have some clouds trying to develop. I still think it's going to be a mostly sunny day. 93 Castroville, 90 in Hondo, 90 in New Braunfels, 94 down there in Pleasanton, 90 Kennedy, 94 in Cotulla. There's a look at those dew points. Pretty consistent here across the area, right around 70 or so. That puts us almost in the oppressive category. It does feel a little bit more sticky out there today. The heat index is going to be a factor. It is already above 100 in Pleasanton and Carrizo Springs. So that is going to be an area where heat indices could get up to as high as 105. Be careful. You know, if we're in September, you can't let your guard down. It's still dangerously hot in a few spots today. Dew point tracker showing those dew points in the afternoons will come down a little bit, and then they really fall off as we get to Thursday. That's the day we're looking at because the dry air shifts in, and it does make a big difference. As far as the forecast here for today, isolated shower storms possible. Models keep showing that. I think it'll be isolated if we see anything at all, a 10% chance of rain here in San Antonio. Then as we get into tomorrow, a little bit more widespread. There's a little disturbance that rolls to our east, and that can kick off some showers and storms. 20% chance on your Saturday. And then by Sunday, I think the threat moves east. Water vapor, we can see that little twist in the atmosphere. That's that little disturbance I was talking about. Big picture here, still moisture left over from Nicholas, still creating some rain there along the Gulf Coast. And some showers, a few storms across the Midwest. And then as you look back out towards the Northwest, here's our next cold front. That's the system that's going to push the cold front through. And here's what it looks like on Futurecast. By the time we get into Monday, I think Monday actually will be our hottest day. We're going to be out ahead of the front, really hot. But by Tuesday afternoon, here comes the front. 40% chance of storms as it moves through. And then behind it, high pressure drives in behind it. That brings in that dry air we were talking about. And that is the forecast dew point by 5 o'clock on Wednesday. In the 30s, some very dry air. Should feel great by the time we get into the end of next week. Thursday night football, Friday night football next week, looking really nice. Here's the extended forecast. 95 Saturday, 20% chance of rain. 96 Sunday, 10% chance. Generally east of I-35. On Monday, 98. The record is 100. We're going to be in range of that with mostly sunny skies. And then 94 Tuesday with that front coming through, 40% chance of rain late. Fall officially begins Wednesday and will feel a little bit more like it. 89 on Wednesday, 66 to start Thursday and a high of 88. But that's with sun and the low humidity. So that's a nice feeling, 88 degrees, guys.
We'll take it, Justin.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, pay attention. We're about to talk Texas Tech football.
Oh, yeah, you're all excited, right?
Yeah, we are.
Texas Tech 2-0. Their run defense is pretty darn stout, so we're going to do a little Texas Tech minute for David Sears. That'll make him happy. Cowboys fans are not happy about losing DeMarcus Lawrence after having foot surgery. Plus, the Astros and Rangers wrapped up their season series yesterday. Coming up.
Losing DeMarcus, I mean, he's a primetime player for us. I thought he had a nice start in Tampa.
Mike McCarthy said DeMarcus Lawrence had surgery Thursday morning after breaking a foot Wednesday in practice in Big Board Sports.
Pro football coverage, powered by Davis Law Firm.
Dallas Cowboys starting right guard Zach Martin is back with the team after being away to battle COVID-19. He said he knew something wasn't right when he was eating dinner with his wife and he couldn't taste the food. Zach got a phone call the next morning, Saturday, September 4th, from the team informing him he tested positive for the virus. He said he lost his taste and smell and dealt with a lot of head congestion. He tried to stay active last week, he said, by doing some cardio to be in decent shape for this week. Missing the Cowboys season opener last week at Tampa Bay was a bummer for Zach.
Just terrible timing. I mean, I would obviously love to be out there last week with those guys, but back now, get it out of the way and hopefully move forward here. It's very frustrating, especially the timing, but this is the world we live in right now, and definitely not going to be the last guy this year that's dealing with this. So, we just got to deal with it when it comes our way.
The boys are also dealing with the loss of DN DeMarcus Lawrence, who's reportedly out 6 to 8 weeks with a broken foot. Coach McCarthy said he suffered the break during one-on-one pass rush drill when he was going around the corner. In college football, the Texas Tech Red Raiders are 2-0 after beating Houston 38-21 and edging out Stephen F. Austin last Saturday 28-22. Against the Cougars in Week 1, the Red Raiders allowed 77 rushing yards on 35 attempts. Then SFA had 31 yards on 30 carries. After 2 games, the Red Raiders' run D is only giving up 1.66 yards per carry. Head coach Matt Wells was asked why his run D is so good early on.
The play of our D-line, I think as the game wears on, we get stronger. Quite frankly, Jarrett, probably the depth at linebacker, playing 6 backers, has allowed that because those guys have rotated in quite a bit, and they've stayed fresh. But that's what we want to be.
Tech's run D will be put to the test this Saturday at home against Florida International. The Panthers are averaging 6.8 yards per rush. Astros at the Rangers last night to close out that 4-game series. Top of the 4th, 2 on for Carlos Correa, and he sends a bomb to center field, 442 feet to make a 3-0 Astros, his 23rd homer this season. Alex Bregman went 2 for 4 with 4 RBI, and the Astros rolled 12-1 on the power of 15 hits, taking 3 or 4 from the Rangers, and Houston won the regular season series 14-5.
The Astros are pretty good, and the Rangers are pretty bad. Pretty bad.
Summed up by David.
But that Tech defense is stout so far. We'll see how it works out. They got Texas in 2 weeks, so we'll see.
We will see.
We will see. Speaking of we'll see, what have we seen today? You got gloves on, so that means we're serious today.
Turkey leg. Who doesn't love a turkey leg? But let me tell you, this one is extra special.
Yes, Lovely Delgado found a way to make your turkey legs even better. But check out how tender this is.
Yes, the turkey leg, our famous turkey leg, and secret sauce.
It literally falls off the bone just like that. It has been cooking for how long?
12 hours.
12 hours. Oh my goodness gracious.
Now we have got mac and cheese here. We have got hot Cheetos on Alfredo sauce on the turkey legs. So we want to know, what is your favorite food at a barbecue? Let us know at SA Live KSAT on Facebook and Twitter.
This is the most moist turkey leg, I swear to goodness, I have ever eaten. All right, you need something to wash that down. Boy, have we got a coffee food truck for you right there. This is the drink tank. They have got ice drinks. They have got energy drinks. All sorts
the
of
fall flavors, too.
Yes, indeed. Speaking of fall, it is football time, and homecoming's right around the corner. And you know what that means?
Show us your school spirit. We've got Lucy's Hands helping us celebrate and showing us how to make months.
Taking us back to our own high school days. All right, of course, it is Hispanic Heritage Month, and the Ha Comedy Festival is in town, and we have a special guest. Hopefully his plane has landed.
Yes.
Paul Rodriguez.
Yes. So whenever he gets here, that's when we're going to talk to him. All that and more when SA Live continues.